Hello guys, my name is Manas Garg and I am doing Masters in Resilient Horticulture from Hochschule Weinstefan-Triesdorf Public University in Germany. And this is a series talking about the sustainable business management, and today's is our topic, historical development of sustainability. Like with the time, what are the events come and how it will become so famous. Like in today's time, people are following the SDGs. So what make it happen? So the ancient time there is a indigenous sustainability, and its importance is use only what nature can regenerate. Okay, so we are used in the ancient time, we only use what nature can regenerate. If there is anything which cannot be regenerated, there will be no use of it. Okay, and I will tell you in detail later. This is just a overview. Like then the 1713 there is Hans Carl von Carlowitz, and its importance is first economic sustainability principle, and it is also known as the father of sustainability economics. Okay, and 1972 Club of Rome, 1972 like Stockholm Conference, then the Brundtland Report. It is also very famous. It is a modern definition of sustainability. And then in 1990s Rio Earth Summit, and its main factor is Agenda 21, which is very important, Agenda 21, and 2000 is MDGs, Global Development Goal, and 2015 SDGs, 17 Sustainable Development Goals become valid for till the 2030. Okay, so now indigenous sustainability concept. It means a traditional knowledge and practices of indigenous communities that only promote living in harmony with nature and using resources responsibly. Okay, which is now a time not much famous, but at that time it was. So its key points are respect for nature, sustainable resource use, long-term thinking, and community-based decision making, protect ecosystem for future generation. So the fourth point is community-based decision making. It is very famous and important. Like now time, company owner think accordingly to itself. Like if he want to cut whole the trees for making a building, then he will. But at that time a community based decision would happen. Like if there is a village, they will ask all the village members to do this, to cut the forest for making a infrastructure better. So that is very important, I think. And its example is harvest only mature plants and leave enough for natural regeneration. So now time we wait for the harvest, but they are saying that we can harvest the mature plants and leave enough for natural regeneration. So this is also better. It maintains the organic value of the soil. Okay, so now three sisters farming system. Okay, so this is also a part of traditional one. This traditional indigenous farming combine three crops like corn, beans, and squash, and these crops support each other. Like corn provide support for beans, and beans fix nitrogen and improve soil fertility, and squash cover the soil, reduce the weeds, and conserve moisture. Okay, so now see these three crops help each other. But now a time we are use weedicides for weed, and for the nitrogen fixation we are using the N nitrogen tablets. So that is so bad, I think. And the business lesson here is sustainability come from cooperation and system thinking, not isolated optimization, which I was also telling you. That system thinking and the cooperation is the two factors which can help you for the sustainability. Okay, so now the second one, Hans Carl von Carlowitz. Okay, it was a German forestry, and I am also Germany, so I will pronounce it is like a German. Like in German, H is silent, so it will pronounce as Hans Carl von Carlowitz. So it is in 1/3 1713. So it was a German forestry administrator who introduced the principle of sustainability forestry in 1713. He is regarded as the father of sustainable development. Okay, so it is very important, like who is the father of sustainable development? So your answer is Hans Carl von Carlowitz. Okay, and he also gave sustainable forestry principles in 1713. And sustainability principle is don't use more natural resources that cannot regenerate. Okay, so key points are: first, formal sustainability principle focused on responsible resources use, protect resources for future generation, and foundation of modern sustainability, like harvest only the amount of timber that can naturally regrow. Otherwise, stop the harvest. If it cannot regrow, then nature will lose something. So you should harvest only till which is acceptable. Okay, so this is the key point you should remember. 1713, Carlowitz, sustainable forestry, father of sustainable development. Okay, so now Stockholm Conference. It is in 1972. Its definition is United Nations Conference on the Human Environment held in Stockholm, 1972. It is the name of place, Stockholm, and it is a US's conference, okay, on the human environment, and it is the first global conference which focus on the environmental protection. So its key points are like: first, international environmental conference raised global environmental awareness, encouraged international cooperations, and led to the creation of UNEP. UNEP means United Nations Environment Program. United Nations Environment Program. Its importance is marked the beginning of global environmental policy. So it is a stage when the global environment policy is released. Okay, so remember 1972 Stockholm, first global environmental conference, United Nations Environmental Program, and it is on human environment. Okay, so now the most important, Brundtland Report. Okay, Brundtland, according to German pronunciation, Brundtland Report 1987, and our common future. Its tagline is our common future. It introduced the modern concept of sustainable development. Its official definition is development that meets the need of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. So this is the definition which all of us know about the sustainability. So this is very famous, and still we are using this definition. It is given in the report of Brundtland. Okay, so learn the definition exactly. It is one of the most important definition. Okay, development that meets the need of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. Okay, so their key points are: it is published in 1987. It balances the economy, society, and environment. These are the three factors again, which is telling by me in the starting of this subject: economy, society, environment, and it focuses on the future generation, foundation of modern sustainability. its importance is most widely accepted definition of sustainable development. Okay, so now Agenda 21. This is something which is you should know as a horticulturist or as a sustainable student. Agenda 21. It is in Rio Earth Summit 1992. It is a global action plan for sustainable development adopted at the Rio Earth Summit 1992. In 1992, Agenda 21 is approached and it is accepted. Okay, its points are: they promote the sustainable development, protect natural resources, reduce poverty, encourage sustainable agriculture, improve international cooperations. Okay, so first global action plan for sustainability. So if ever someone asks you what is the first action taken by the at a world level for sustainability, what is that? So your answer will be Agenda 21. Okay, it is given in a Rio Earth Summit 1992. So now Millennium Development Goals, MDGs. Okay, so here there is 8 global goals adopted by the UN for the period of 15 years, 2000 to 2015. So MDGs 8 global goals, and now SDGs they are 17 goals. Their difference is very common to ask. I will tell you later, but for now see the main focus of it is to reduce poverty, improve education, improve health, promote gender equality, and protect the environment. But their limitation is they focus mainly on the developing countries. They don't ask or told about the poor countries or the developed countries. And now sustainable development goals, which is the current sustainability status going on in the market, and they have the 17 global goals adopted by the UN in 2015 to achieve the sustainable development by 2030. Okay, so their objective is end poverty, protect the planet, improve quality of life, promote peace, and strengthen the global partnership. And why it is important for the business? Like it guides sustainability strategies, support ESG reporting, encourage innovation, improve reputation, and identify business opportunities. See, I am just telling you the main points. You can make the theory further. So these points are very important. Just memorize them. Okay. So there are 17 goals, 169 targets, and 2030 agenda. It is also known as SDGs. So SDGs, like first SDGs, no poverty. Second is zero hunger. Third one is good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent and work in economic growth, industry innovation and infrastructure, reduced inequality, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, life below water, life on land, peace and justice and strong institutions, and partnerships for the goals. So I hope this is very simple and you learn about it. They are the 17 sustainable development goals, and whenever you are doing the system thinking, so always remember your each action should not affect these 17 factors. Otherwise it will not recognize or known as sustainability. Your company, if you are claiming that you are sustainable, then you should match these 17 factors. There will be no negative impact on these 17 factors by your company. Okay, so the difference between MDGs and SDGs, they have 8 goals, here 17. They are for 15 years, 2000 to 2015. Here is 2015 to 2030. Okay, They mainly developing countries, but here is all countries focus on development, but SDG focus on sustainable development. And they are limited to business role, but they are strong business involvement. Okay, so historical timelines again: 1713 Hans Carl von Carlowitz, Sustainable Forestry; 1972 Stockholm Conference; 1987 Brundtland Report; 1992 Rio Earth Summit Agenda 21; 2000 Millennium Development Goals; 2015 Sustainable Development Goals. Okay, so for the quick revision, this is, and for the expected exam questions like this. And the exam tip is, for history questions always mention the year, and the years are 1713, 1972, 1987, 1992, 2000, 2015. Okay, Karlowitz, Stockholm, Brundtland, Rio, MDGs, SDGs. So this is all about the history of the sustainability business management. Okay, and in the next video I will tell about the sustainability concepts. So see you there. Thank you so much. Bye bye.